answer. So I'm like, well, let me ask mine's much more brilliant than my own. Dave, you are that mind right now.
Thanks, bud.
Sean Payton, man, he's a quarterback whisperer. Teddy Bridgewater, 5-0 under Sean Payton. Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ under Sean Payton. Taysom Hill went to BYU and has been a competent quarterback at times, but a 10-year NFL veteran.
He's got a pension.
Thanks
to Sean Payton.
A nice pension.
A nice pension.
An incredible one. So Sean Payton can do a lot with quarterbacks, but with Russell Wilson, he couldn't do much. So then he drafts Bo Nix. The Broncos are starting for the first time since 1983 a rookie quarterback week 1. That is huge news for a team that's had quarterbacks named John Elway and Peyton Manning. You giving Sean Payton a pass this year for a rookie quarterback?
If Sean Payton wanted a pass, there were a few other ways he could have played this thing out. I mean, for starters, we thought Russell Wilson's contract made him impossible to get rid of. Like, you look at that and you're like, they can't do anything with that. Sean Payton found a way to get rid of him. The Denver Broncos are paying Russell Wilson $40-something million to work for another team right now. It's a lot of money, James. They paid him a lot of money to go away.
Paid $40 million and he playing in preseason.
That's a separate conversation, but that is true.
The Steelers is paying them the minimum. They paying
the Steelers aren't paying it, correct. But yeah, Russell Wilson's making a lot of money to not be Denver's quarterback. If Sean Payton wanted a pass, he could have simply said, my hands are tied. I'm stuck with a quarterback I don't like that I can't get rid of. Or he could have still gotten rid of Russell Wilson and gone about this a different way. He could have waited till later in the draft. Ironically, his old team, the New Orleans Saints, drafted the next best quarterback after Bo Nix. They took Spencer Rattler all the way in the fifth round. Fifth. Yeah. He could have taken Spencer Rattler and been like, well, we'll see if this works, but who's really going to hold it against me if a fifth-round pick doesn't pan out? But no, he went and made Bo Nix the 6th quarterback taken in the top 12 of a draft. It's unprecedented. It's never happened. And this isn't me saying that Bo Nix can't succeed, but it did deviate from the norm just because you look at people that study the NFL draft, you look at the rankings, you look at the grades. Most people viewed Bo Nix as a fringe first-round pick, maybe even a second-round pick.
Exactly.
Most people saw him as a guy who would get drafted in the 30s. He went 12th overall, y'all. So Sean Payton cannonballed into this thing. Yeah. There were ways that he could have done this that would make me more inclined to give him a pass. And I'm not saying the Broncos have to win the division, but at the very least, if Sean Payton, with all the quarterback expertise that you just outlined for us, if Sean Payton can't get good quarterback play out of Bo Nix very quickly, then I'm not giving him a pass at all because he signed up for this very loudly and very intentionally.
Yeah, Dave, you must have been on my call the same time I was on my call.
I got you.
Prep for the show. Because yesterday we had a topic, what's the ceiling for the Denver Broncos?
Yes, sir.
I believe we had, and I believe we all were up here like, maybe 8-8, might get 9 wins. So we don't really have high expectations for the Denver Broncos. Playoffs, winning the play. We don't really have high expectations for the Denver Broncos. So the only way he gets a pass is if Bo Nix is good.
What do you mean?
Bo Nix has to be good. You cannot get rid of Russell Wilson, right? And you cannot be the quarterback whisperer, and you cannot draft a quarterback up high and he's not good.
Okay.
Right?
So if he's good and the defense is bad or something like that.
The only person I care about right now is Bo Nix.
Got it.
That's the only person I care about. So the season and if Sean Payton gets a pass or not is all on Bo Nix. If Bo Nix is legit, you get a pass, Sean Payton. You got rid of Russell Wilson. You got the guy you want for the future. Now let's put some pieces around him, build a defense, get him some players, and now you have your quarterback, and you answer question at the quarterback spot like I told everybody that Russell wasn't my guy, and this dude was. And I give him a pass for that. If Bo Nix goes out here and he doesn't look the part, and he doesn't finish the season, and Zach Wilson enters into the season, you don't get no pass, man. This is all on you. This is all on you.
Real ugly if that happens.
No, he doesn't get a pass. You drafted a guy. We just did a segment with Anthony Richardson that had 13 college starts.
Right.
They draft a guy that had 61 college starts in Bo Nix. 13, 61. He's the most prepared college quarterback to come into the league in decades.
Yeah.
Nobody has started this many games. And so a pass, this is the guy that you really wanted because of his experience. And not only that, he's progressed every year. Bo Nix starts at Auburn. He was one of the top recruits in the country coming out. He was good, but he wasn't a first rounder. Starts every season he's at Auburn. Leaves, goes to Oregon. Plays good his first year. This past season, played extremely well, very accurate, throws with anticipation, which I believe is the one trait that every quarterback must have. Can you throw the ball with anticipation, not worried about the rush? He did that consistently at Oregon. This quarterback is almost as if he was tailor-made for Sean Payton's offense. And that's why Sean Payton wanted him. 61 starts, he's ready to roll. And so I believe no passes, regardless of what happens, but he has a quarterback that he's more prepared than anybody else he could have drafted.
What's your ceiling then for the Broncos? I said yesterday, TJ, I didn't really get to give that answer, but I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos won 10, go to the playoffs as a 5 seed or a 6 seed. Maybe they see the Miami Dolphins as a 4 seed. Maybe they see the Jets as a 4 seed. Maybe they see the Bills as a 4 seed. Maybe they win one playoff game. My ceiling, as good as it will get, so that's why this sounds so aggressive, is 10 wins plus a playoff win, and then you get bounced in the divisional round. What is your ceiling?
Acho,
for the Broncos.
I'm looking at this schedule. Nah, boss.
No?
Nah. You in a division with the Chiefs.
That's
That
what I'm
defense is going to be on them. Oh, that Raiders defense? They can also play.
Not bad.
And so we all believe the Chargers are going to be improved just because Harbaugh is there.
Defense can always play.
And so
Hardball defenses.
they also play the AFC North. And so 10 games. If they win 10 games, man, Sean Payton is coach of the year.
Coach of the
you win
year.
10 games with this schedule, you're coach of the year. I don't see it happening. I could probably see 7 and 10, 8 and 9, the max, because of the schedule. I mean, out the gate, they play Seattle. They got good defense. Mike McDonald is a really good defensive coach coming from the Ravens. And then you turn around and play the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, and that defense. Then you turn around and play Todd Bowles and that defense. And then you got Robert Salah and the Jets. What a rookie quarterback that is very well prepared, but it's not going to be easy.
I got a question, though, TJ. I got a question. Viewers at home, here's the dilemma. The Walmart family did not hire Sean Payton. And, Jay, did they give up a first-round pick to acquire Sean Payton? Tyler, you're going to have to help me with that.
They gave it. I mean, they did. They did a trade.
Up a first-round pick to acquire Sean Payton. There was something that the Broncos had to give up just to acquire a coach. You didn't give him up to have to wash away Russell Wilson and $40 million, plus a first-round pick, plus an 8-9 season, and then a 7-win season. You did not acquire a Hall of Fame coach, give up a first and 7th-round pick for an 8-9 season and a 7-10 season. That's not what you bring in a Hall of Famer for, Dave Hellman. So I don't know if I can digest what y'all are selling me on these 7 wins.
Stop telling me what they did or didn't hire Sean Payton to do. Like, what's the roster?
That's it.
What is the path to success? I'll meet you halfway. Like, ceiling of all ceilings. If Bo Nix is offensive rookie of the year caliber and just really looks like that dude from day one, if Cortland Sutton has a career year and they get the running game going, defense is all right, I could give you 9-8 and out the playoffs 0-1, or 9-8 and be in the last team out of the playoffs. But I don't see it.
Nice.
I am being nice, James. Quick, who's the next best player on the Broncos defense behind Pat Surtain? Like, where's the pass rush coming from? Cortland Sutton's a nice player. Tim Patrick's a nice player, but, like, who's the superstar weapon for Bo Nix to even throw to?
Here's my question. Not even a question.
Where is all of this production coming from?
What is the point in life? What's the point in being special if you're not special? I believe most head coaches could win 6 games in the National Football League. DeMeco Ryans last year was special because we laughed at the Houston Texans roster, rightfully so. He got, I think, 10 wins out of that season, plus a playoff win. Doug Peterson is special Because the Philadelphia Eagles, after Doug Peterson gets there, you win the Super Bowl 2 years later. Andy Reid is special because we laugh at the Chiefs' offensive roster and we laugh at them the course of the season, and they win another Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan is special because with Brock Purdy, a 7th-round pick, you go to a Super Bowl after taking Jimmy G to a Super Bowl. Sean McVay is special because Jared Goff was 0-7 as a starter, and 2 years later, you're in a Super Bowl. He's not good enough. You get Matthew Stafford in the same year you win a Super Bowl. So, TJ, I will ask you in your 12 years of NFL experience, because Sean Payton's supposed to be special.
I got to answer this.
And if you're supposed to be special, then be special. Don't acquire someone to be special and y'all say, well, the roster's not good. The roster's not good for a normal head coach. DeMeco Ryans saw a bad roster and said, I'm going to give you 10 and a playoff win. So I can't let him off the hook, big dog, because he's supposed to be special.
Let's see if Sean Payton can turn Cortland Sutton into Michael Thomas. Can he turn Troy Franklin into Michael Thomas? Can he do those things? We all believe that Sean Payton is special. We do. But you just named a lot of other special coaches as well. And so if I'm a special coach and you're a special coach, but I got more help behind me than you have, who's going to win? Mm-hmm. It's the special coach that has a better team. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan is special because he can start Brock Purdy. When you got Trent Williams and Kittle and McCaffrey and Ayuk and Debo, you can do those type of things. He doesn't have, honestly, when you said name a player, I was like, I was about to say Justin Simmons, and I realized, he's no longer there. And so you can be special. But when you don't have the firepower to compete with everybody else that's special, what do you do?
Yeah. I think the main thing right now when the Denver Broncos have these coaches meetings and he goes up there and he's meeting with the owners and all that type stuff, their conversations are going, hey, man, you special. We believe in you. You're going to get this thing turned around next couple years.
Yeah.
That's the serious conversations, like if we really being real. I always share the story about playing for the Raiders, right? And I remember walking into that building, and I remember seeing our roster. And the only person I knew on that roster, well, I knew a couple people. Charles Woodson, my dog, was older in age. Marcel Reese, fullback, good player. Other than that, man, we had a bad roster. We had a bad, and I knew, this ain't gonna be that good. And you go into the games thinking, but roster-wise, even you talk about it. Roster-wise, man, we ain't gonna be able to compete. We outnumbered. That's the thing with the Denver Broncos right now. They're outnumbered. You brought up the Houston Texans, really good point. DeMeco Ryan, excellent job. But everybody else had to lay an egg too. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes is not laying no egg. Patrick Mahomes is not gonna be 8-5 like the Jacksonville Jaguars was and then just not win nothing. Right? So you are in an uphill battle with not a lot of talent on your roster. I believe Sean Payton is an excellent head coach. That's why I said the only thing that matters this year is Bo Nix, because you got him, and now let's go make sure we get the receivers. Let's go make sure we get the pass rushers. Let's go make sure we build these type of teams that I had in New Orleans. I think the Denver Broncos will give him time to do that. But right now in these meetings, you special, bro, but you don't got to be special this year. We see it.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.